welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live, the super cool nerd show.
Woo!
My name is Kat, and I do this show by myself. Aww. But I invited some friends to help me out. Over to my right, I have...
I'm Cora, and I'm obviously the most important friend.
Sure. The most important friend, Cora. And then I have my sister.
I'm also here, I guess.
I need you to introduce yourself because I can't remember.
Oh, hi, I'm Kat. Sorry, hello. My name is Cass.
We have Kat and Rerun.
Rerun. My name is Rerun. I'm Cass. I'm also here. I have a hat. That's my identity.
Hola, ¿cómo están? Yo me llamo Ricardo.
Oh, getting formal there.
And now that Ricardo has exhausted his Spanish,
hey, no, yo sí puedo hablar mucho español.
You've exhausted my Spanish.
Hi guys, I'm Ricardo. I am back. It's been a long time. Good to see everyone again. I missed y'all. I have a very comfy sweater.
And behind the board, we have making things look as acceptable as they can under these circumstances.
I gotta tell you, like 30 seconds into this show, I've already screwed up something. So, what's up? I'm out of practice. How are y'all doing out there?
Usually he ruins the show from in front of the camera, but tonight
I'll just have to ruin it from back here. Well, where's my Nerf gun?
He can do more sabotage from back there, so we may have made a mistake.
Yeah, true.
Why don't you just throw your moon net at her?
Yes, throw it at me. See if you ever get it back.
I never thought.
Just like toss it.
Wait, have you ever thrown a toy before?
It's like a
yes.
I mean, yeah, but not like one I liked.
You can collectibles.
They threw Batman.
See, you can toss it.
How dare you?
You can toss it over here. You know, like instead of tossing a coin to your Witcher, it's toss a figure to your host.
Toss a figure to your Jason.
I broke a toy doing a tour review one time, like while filming it, and did chuck it across the room. It was an older vintage toy, and it had gold plastic syndrome and broke on camera like halfway into the review, and I was pissed.
Like that iPhone.
I feel like that sums it up though for the review. Like,
yeah,
it is flimsy.
Oh, I never posted it, but I was mad as hell.
You should have. It would have been the best.
Pull that out from the archives, man.
Oh, it's followed by a like. And here, it's just like
a stream of.
It was a transformer.
Oh.
And it was the Millennium Falcon transformer that combined.
Oh wow!
And so I was turning it into Chewbacca, and then I fold out the leg, and the leg just it just breaks in half, and you just hear me go, "Mother!" and you can hear this thing hit the wall. And I'm like, well, this review's done, and just camera turns off.
Please pull that from the archive.
I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah.
And it's just a string of curses.
Just every now and then take the beep off so we can just hear random words.
In a coffin.
Yeah. With their balls. Anyway, we changed the format of the show. We threw it out. We didn't create a new one. So we're going to talk about some of the stuff that happened this week.
Hey.
I'm not taking feedback. I love it. Anyway, so we have a lot of...
Do you accept constructive
Nope. I accept no criticism. I take no prisoners. There was a lot that happened this week in a lot of categories, so we're going to start out, I think, we'll just get the collectibles story out of the way.
Ooh, boy.
Ooh. This is a good one.
Okay. If you like The Mandalorian, and you know you did...
Yes.
Sideshow Collectibles is making a life-size child figure. So get your Mandalorian cosplay together and then give Sideshow Collectibles $350 or just give me $350 so I can buy this thing. I promise I will love it and pet it and squeeze it and love it and call it George. Anyway, this item is supposed to come out August 2020 to October 2020, which is a long span of time.
That's 3 months.
On their website, sideshow.com, they have pre-orders are open. But the way I hear they are closing quickly. Because honestly, when you think about it, it's $350. I drop that on stuff these days, and I kind of want one of these.
My friend Zach Presley already dropped that on the child. He got one this morning.
Yeah, and it is life size. It is.
Shout out to you, sir.
It's posable, and it'll also come with a little steering control knob.
Oh, that is legit.
Anyway, 350
That's-
smackers.
That's terrifying.
Bring it.
That's so,
I need this.
That is so many smackers, though.
That's more than I spent on my first car. It's not. But like,
I mean, I bought some. I
you
bought
know
a.
what? It's not that far. off,
That's a
but-
lot. That's a lot of smackers. That's all they got to say.
I mean, I'm just saying, $350.
That's not that bad,
I-
actually.
I prefer the term smackers.
Think about how many
I'm liking it.
smackers you could buy with those
I could
smackers.
buy a lot of.
Would you prefer
smackers with those
simoleons? I can
smackers.
go older,
No, I like smackers.
I like 350
I
pieces
don't
of 8.
want- no,
Wait,
but
hold
I
on,
like
wait.
Smucker's
Simoleons?
smackers.
Do you mean simoleons?
Oh, just every inch of this incredibly lifelike figure has been detailed to recreate everything Star Wars fans love, from the fuzz on its wrinkled head to its irresistible pout, all the way to its tiny, toddling feet. Even the description is cute as hell.
The description is terrifying.
The
The total is 16.5 inches tall.
I don't know.
The child is the cutest thing about the man.
I don't want that in my house.
I
so
want
won't.
it. I want one.
Yeah, 1/1 scale.
Is this why they shut down all those Etsy artists?
Yep.
Yes. Probably.
I mean, it's Disney.
I mean, it's
We saw this coming.
it's their property, okay? There's a fine line that a lot of people, hey, I'm making art of this. I'll even go so far as some of the third-party Transformers I buy. You are borrowing someone's creation.
It's not that fine a line legally. Legally, if it's not at least 10% different intentionally,
Yeah.
it's straight up. I mean, they have the right to do it.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks that they do, but they do.
I mean,
I'm not arguing that they don't have
Yeah.
the right. I'm just arguing that it's a
Either way,
move.
that's my story. This thing is adorable. Please give me money to buy
Oh
it.
yeah.
We'll save up with all our show money, and in 27 years, we might have half the money.
People start
Yeah, start
pushing-
telling all
pushing
your
the
friends
show
so we
out.
can get cooler shit.
give us simoleons and shekels and smackers and pieces of 8, please.
Oh, shut up.
And we don't take buffalo nickels. Anyway,
A piece of it's pirate currency.
Never mind.
doubloons.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, that's all the collectibles news. Thank God.
I wish
What
there was
else
more.
is happening? Let's talk about amusement parks, because I actually want to
Ooh.
talk about amusement parks. You both have something
Yes.
that people are doing. Who goes first?
Ladies first.
Fight to the death.
All right. Ladies first, I'll take that. I am a lady.
Beauty before age.
Wait, am I?
Nope.
Oh no. Anyways, we're just gonna go before this gets weird.
Yeah, it's already weird.
So, we all know that there's going to be a Super Nintendo World put into Universal Studios Japan in time for the 2020 Olympics.
Mhm.
But
Amazing.
Universal Studios Florida, or I guess Orlando, whatever, and Universal Studios Hollywood will also be getting Super Nintendo parks coming in 2023. The first one will go to Universal Hollywood, and then after will be Universal Studios Orlando. But I believe they will both be here in 2023. I know Orlando is slated for that. They bought a bunch of land across from the Universal Resort. The resort will also have its own Pokemon World in Orlando. So
Nice.
I'm going to be going to Orlando in
Yes.
2023, and y'all will never see me again.
I have friends that live in
Off
Tampa,
of
which is
the
like an
show
hour
money.
drive.
My mom lives in Inverness, which is I think about 2. So
We got connections.
What do you want? I want pipes that are slides.
that'd be so much fun. I want a like maze game
Mm-hmm.
where you have to like run from the turtles.
Ooh.
something.
Screw it. Holographic Pokemon companions.
Yes,
That's what I want.
Oh, holographic
We're
Pokemon
not that
battles.
far from that
Exactly.
in society.
I like his as well.
That-
Holographic Pokemon battles.
That has happened in Korea.
Yeah.
It's coming.
North or south?
Wow.
We've heard about it. So
Mm.
south. This is a hot tip. If you go to Korea, South Korea, they don't say South Korea. And so Cameron like hard trained me out of saying South because
Yeah.
it's assumed.
Just Korea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they're like, what other Korea. I
What are you
don't think
talking
so.
about?
But yeah, South Korea, where they have fun.
Yes.
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 And also, Marvel's working on a park.
Yes, they are. Marvel is working on. So right now they are. It's going to open this year at not Universal, sorry, at Disney's California Adventure in California. It's going to be the Marvel Campus. There's one ride, well, technically two rides, but one that's going to be brand new, which is going to be a Spider-Man ride. And then also they announced something today from the Disney Parks blog. They're calling it a stunt-atronic. So basically it's a robot that's going to be doing stunts. And for this one, Spider-Man is actually going to be swinging around the Marvel Campus. So you will have a robot actually swinging around as people walk around the park and go see whatever they've got going on at the Marvel Campus. Also added part of the Marvel Campus is going to be the Guardians of the Galaxy Escape from Prison, which was the old Hollywood Tower of Terror there in Hollywood. But yeah, this was a big announcement today. Nerdist broke it out, and that Parks blog, Disney's Parks blog, showed video of this stunt animatronic, and it's Spider-Man just swinging around, and I'm really, really impressed by it. Like I showed y'all before the show.
Yeah, it looks real cool.
And of course, with this, they've been working on this for the last year and a half, 2 years. And if this comes out really well, I mean, we could see maybe like a Mandalorian flying around Star Wars land, Peter Pan flying around Disney parks,
I would
whatever
die
else
for Peter Pan.
Just maybe like stuff from Avatar flying around Animal Kingdom. Like that would be really cool to see where this technology goes forward. The only thing I'm afraid of is Skynet taking over. And
There we go.
There it is.
There's the problem right there.
I'm going to say
They become self-aware.
right now that we're less than 10 years away from seeing a Mandalorian with a jetpack, because jetpacks have come a long way in the last 24 months.
Yep.
And less than 10 years,
And if it
maybe less than 5.
and if
for
it
the
explodes, guess what? No one's gonna debris, yes, but like the actual Mandalorian's like it's gonna be a robot.
No, I think it's going to be a real person in the next 10 years.
I've already said I've lived too long to not have a jetpack by now.
I'm pretty mad. Like, we got traffic jams instead of jetpacks, and it's 2020.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, I'm excited for these Stunatronics. See what else they come up with. And with all the properties that Disney owns, I mean, we could see a bunch of just random characters flying around our heads.
I have been to the supposedly the best like robot entertainment venue in the world in Tokyo called the Robot Restaurant. It is extremely famous. It was amazing. There was a chick on a bird that was like an eagle, and it was this robot, and it was flying, and it was huge, a wingspan of like 20 feet.
Oh wow.
There are pictures on my Facebook. It was just and a snake that ate a person. It was just like the whole thing was. We were looking for the weird Tokyo all week, and this was towards the end of the week, and we're like, we found the weird part. But
weird
it
cool
was it really, really lifelike?
It was not that lifelike, but it was very glowing, and it was so huge that you could not be impressed by it. And then they followed it up with like a giant horse robot, and then a dude with a horse head on his costume, and then horse people that were people on the top
Centaurs?
or people on the bottom. Like, it got real
Like
weird.
centaurs?
And the act breaks. Kind of, but like only the heads. It was
Okay.
it got weird.
Yeah.
So robots are taking over. Disney is going to be in charge of this.
Yes. Disney was going to buy it even if they weren't in charge of it at first, let's be honest. But that's all the parks news we have. Unfortunately, we have a lot of tech stories, and not very many of them are super happy. Jason, what's going on with telecom companies?
Oh boy, I hate to say I told you so, but guess what? We told you so. So remember that whole net neutrality thing that people told us? It's not that important. Don't worry about it. The telecom companies will regulate themselves. We can trust them. Well, shockingly, we can't trust them. Now, one of their promises, this is just one of the many things that went wrong with this. But one of the promises that Ajit Pai, and I'm going to take that motherfucker,
And
promised us
Dang it.
that this would make companies invest more in their own technology and new ways to serve the consumer, and they'll put on. They ain't gonna do. They ain't doing it. They didn't do it. AT&T, after collecting, all of their spendings and everything, found that they had taken away about 10.5 of its spending on new technologies over the past year. That's just 2019. And if you don't think that number is going to climb more and more, well, once again, we told you so. What we're going to see is telecom companies getting stagnant now. Technology ain't going to change. There ain't going to be any competition because they're going to be like, I'm safe. I'm going to get my money from these rubes out here who let these politicians pass this crap. Am I angry about it? Hell yes, I'm angry about it. Comcast also dropped from $2.6 billion in spending to $2 billion this year. Ooh.
It's a 20% decrease in a year-over-year.
Sounds like they don't care about developing anything new for the consumer. So, like I said, we kind of told you so. Remember that the whole net neutrality? Oh, it's over here. It's over here. Net neutrality. We said this was important, and no one believed us, and our politicians basically sold us up the river. So, congratulations. The telecom companies will have no oversight, no regulation. They can just do whatever the hell they want to.
God, I love the 21st century.
It's so surprising that
I'm
putting
so
the
damn
power
angry.
in the big companies didn't turn out as well as we'd hoped.
No.
So
No,
weird
no,
that
no.
AT&T doesn't care about me.
Oh, not to mention their whole, they got a bunch of money and fired a bunch of employees. So, there's that too. Double pissed off at them. But we're probably going to see more of this. None of them are putting money into new tech, and they don't care about you, the consumer. Just give us our money. Ain't nobody telling us what to do. I do what I want.
Everybody lives in an apartment complex with only one internet provider now. Hooray!
Who's going to tell them? Who's going to tell them they're wrong? Apparently not the FCC, who we thought, that was their job.
Their whole job.
I wish I could take Ajit Pai's stupid Reese's mug. Anyway.
Smash his face.
No. We
He's
don't
like,
issue
"But
threats
look,
of
it's a
violence
lot
on this
of
show.
coffee."
Unrecorded means where someone could possibly use it for litigation later.
anyway,
Fortunately, we have a lot better news with the fact that Byte launched this week, everybody. It's Vine's successor. They officially launched. Hooray!
We have a Vine successor?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I went and got my username like day one. I don't know if I'll ever put anything on it, but I'm like, Bad Moon. Bad Moon is mine. And less great news, they already have a bot problem.
Wait, how long have they opened?
They opened last week.
Oh.
And there's a lot of bot videos. It's not great. So yes, I set that up. But in the meantime, you can download the app. You can make a username for free. You should do that if you want your brand to be consistent or whatever.
What's it called?
Byte. B-Y-T-E.
B-Y-T-E.
Yeah. It's the thing that's been in the works for a long time, made by the same people, I think. And yeah.
I'm all
It's
about
available.
that TikTok.
Really?
I don't have a TikTok.
I
Can we
don't think
kick you
so.
off of your own show while you're running? Like-
I don't know. I mean, all we have to do is probably grab one of the Transformers and run out of the room.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
you would.
one of the big ones.
No, you wouldn't make it.
That cord can trip you very easily. Anyway, also, other great news. What has Facebook done?
Well, damn. Do I gotta be just the downer for this show?
I guess so.
You told me the bad news about
Sorry.
Byte.
Okay. Well, remember what was it yesterday? They had the whole, we care about your internet security. God, I am the downer for this show. Why did I do all this stuff? Why did I do this?
Because people need to know. People need to be informed.
Okay,
That's why.
so I'm pretty sure everyone feels safe with Facebook and their personal info. No, we don't, and we shouldn't. It was apparently found out by a group of average competence. Basically figured out the delete my history from Facebook does not work correctly.
Shocker.
I know.
What?
So,
Facebook thing that doesn't work.
I mean, everyone thought, hey, I granted, they can't really allow a lot of banned content or whatever, but there are things that you can do on Facebook that probably could get you in some litigation and trouble. But that delete your history button don't work. And this was on the heels of them with their whole data security and we care about you yesterday, and then it was found out today. Also, this news did have other ramifications too, because their stock dropped this morning to the tune of about $50 billion. It was like an 8% drop, which, 8%, that's nothing. But we're talking Facebook dollars, which are real dollars, but still. Apparently the shareholders were not too happy about this whole, hey, thanks for putting out this button that's supposed, this delete their history thing that's supposed to work, and it don't. That information is saved, it doesn't go anywhere, and you're not safe. Just delete your Facebook. I really wish I could. I kind of want to.
I've been hanging in there for this show and only this show for a
Yeah,
couple of years. So I would have been gone. I never post something.
Literally, this tool just came out 2 days ago, and it doesn't work. So, yeah.
That's
Congratulations.
So weird. I would
Your
have
life
thought
is
they
still there.
deleted all your information.
Anyone can find it. It's already been tested. They were able to go back and find posts, pictures. It don't go away.
Awesome.
And that means that
Wonderful.
somebody somewhere is saving it. I wonder who. Perhaps the platform that it is based on. Not you. No one cares about
Just
what you
Cass.
saved.
No, it's me. I saved your information.
Well, then that's unfortunate.
You know what?
And I'd like to issue an apology then if you have.
You know what? If there's anyone that I trust with my information, it's you, Cass.
I am behind the Facebook conspiracy.
No. And other like Facebook-esque news. I mean, you probably heard that Bezos' phone.
Yep.
Jeff Bezos from Amazon. Poor guy. Yeah. His phone got hacked using WhatsApp, Facebook app, when a terrorist, I think, known terrorist,
I don't know.
Anyway, sent him malware on the WhatsApp app and hacked his phone using it with the fairly standard, like, watch this video thing. And he watched, anyway.
Why it's 2020. You don't open those.
This
Good
is
Lord.
hilarious to me because what happened next was that WhatsApp was like, WhatsApp has end-to-end encryption. So it wasn't our fault. It was Apple's fault. And the internet went, you're the tech officer. That's not what end-to-end encryption does.
I actually found the quote that I was looking for on that.
Yes.
Stephanie Max, who's a product manager at Facebook, issued a statement on this. The decision is made so that people were able to mentally connect with how their browser control works, where they can clear their history. But we clearly state that the information just isn't connected to your account. It's basically for your mental peace of mind that you can't see it anymore.
Then you failed anyway
I
because,
know.
like,
This is the
it got
best.
leaked.
This is the best rationale ever. We just didn't so you would mentally feel better.
Wow.
Oh man.
Oh, Facebook, you are the worst. And now that we're not broadcasting
We
on
didn't
their
lie.
platform, I can say that.
We didn't lie. You can't see it. I love that.
That's funny.
That's how that works. When
That is-
people try
that is
to
the best
clean the
comeback.
internet of images, they just don't want them personally to see them anymore. They don't care about their parents or
That's
in-laws.
that.
or
Oh
what.
yeah. That's a good shit.
That's a good
That's
shit.
the most inscrutable quote I've ever heard. Like, you didn't. Anyway, in better tech news, the iPad turns 10 this year.
Hey, happy
Hey.
birthday, iPad.
I like the iPad. I was there when it was launched.
It revolutionized
I have one in
technology.
front of me. What?
It was a big step in technology. I will
Yeah.
acknowledge the smartphone and the tablet were big bounds and leaps in tech.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I can be busted under their NDA for that. Me and a friend made a video. We were in charge of the iPad launch, like marketing. We made an internal video that was like pre-release when everybody was like, who's gonna buy the iPad, blah blah blah. And the announcement is what changed it kind of internally in the Apple stores when we saw that it would have iWork numbers and pages and Office essentially. And we made a launch video that was just all hype and it was all these like newspaper articles that says this is going to change education, it's going to change whatever. And it's a very special time to look back on. I think it has changed a lot. I think it's still got a long way to go, but it's interesting.
It has scratched the surface of what it could be, and it's leaps and bounds already.
I mean, it's become a lot of artists' main tool for drawing. Instead of getting a full laptop, they'll get an iPad and get Procreate, and they can do everything they could with like Photoshop for like 1/10 of the price, technically.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I bought one for my business, and I bought one because if you do a photo shoot, you can import it depending on your camera. You can kind of instant import the images, and people had like just a definite familiarity. Like if you say, here, you can look at your images right now on a camera, they get uncomfortable. But when I handed them an iPad, so this is the preview, I'm going to touch them up, but here they are, then they could just scroll and just felt very intuitive.
You can use it as a monitor on shoots as well, which is super helpful.
Yep.
I have taken our family photos several years going like, click. And that's always worked out great. Anyway, so yeah, 10 years old. That is all the bummer tech news I have for this
Happy
week.
birthday, iPad.
Yeah, we missed you, Steve Jobs. It was his last big introduction.
Oh, wow.
And he died like weeks later. It was a bummer.
Yeah.
What's going on in WWE?
Yay, WWE. So today was a big bad day for the WWE, kind of. The co-presidents, George Barrios and Michelle Wilson, were both I'll say departed. They were asked to leave the company. CEO Vince McMahon, who also needs to depart the company, said Thursday in a statement that the board and I decided a change was necessary as we have different views on how best to achieve our strategic priorities moving forward. So basically, as always, Vince thinks he knows better than anyone else, and is kind of fired two people that have been with the company for over 10 years. With George Barrios coming in 2008, and Michelle Wilson, I believe, came in 2011. From what I saw. So, but Wall Street was not very happy with this news, with stock dropping well over $10 in after hours trading after the announcement was made. WWE issued a press release at 4:36 p.m. Eastern earlier today announcing the change, and then the stock closed at $62.30. But as of 7:20 Eastern, the shares were down to $48.02. So the stock has lost almost 23% of its value in those short hours. Frank A. Riddick III, who has served as member of WWE's board of directors with more than 11 years of experience, has been named interim chief financial officer, reporting straight to Vince McMahon. And right now, and WWE has immediately commenced the search for both a permanent chief financial officer and a chief revenue officer, as those need to be replaced. So that's the sad part of WWE, especially with now.
Did they wish them well in their future endeavors?
Yes.
They got future endeavors.
The thing is, though, WWE stock, though, has been dropping for months, especially with AEW coming in, and, of course, the ratings not being all that good for both Raw and SmackDown, even though SmackDown moved over to Fox on Friday nights. And while it did get a boost, that boost has not lasted that long. And, of course, it always comes down to creative. And who is in charge of creative? Vince McMahon, because everything goes through him.
Fox has got to be feeling a bit of buyer's remorse for how much they paid for this.
Oh, a 5-year contract.
We're not getting our money's worth here.
Nope, no, they're not. But in great news, this past Sunday was the Royal Rumble, and there was one really big surprise. After 9 years, WWE superstar Edge made his return to the Royal Rumble. He has not wrestled in 9 years. He had to actually retire the day after WrestleMania 27 because his neck issues caught up to him.
Specifically, he has 3 fused vertebrae.
Yep.
I am not. I'm going to tell you right now, Edge was one of my favorite wrestlers.
Oh, yeah. One of the best.
Seeing him in the ring, literally, like when he walked out, at first I was like, yes, ooh.
You should not be doing that.
But
I mean, he probably doesn't have a choice.
It's one of those things where I'd like to think that they are putting his safety first.
No, they're not.
It's a different
they're
age.
not.
No.
There are better technologies out there for the care.
They have no liability.
And with all that said, I still cringe. Like, he did a chair spot on Monday night after he came back, and I'm like, all right.
He did have another neck surgery recently.
I know he did.
And,
I'm aware.
And WWE, they sent him to independent doctors where WWE has absolutely no, they're not under their payroll. These are independent doctors, and they said, yeah, you are cleared to wrestle. He is cleared by independent doctors. He is cleared by medical professions that say, hey, you are able to go out there and you will not risk paralysis from the neck down like he was.
Okay.
They wrestle as independent contractors. They don't have liability under WWE. You destroyed my trust. AEW is different.
Look, all that said,
independent contractors. That is the least responsible.
With you. I love watching him back in the ring. Yeah. But watching him do things every single time, I literally flinch.
Yeah.
Like the first thing he does is he comes in the ring and he spears a dude. I'm like, even though they didn't show it on the
they showed another video like
the camera cuts away as soon as he does his first move in 9 years and returning to WWE ring, and they cut away to the audience to see someone's shock at watching him do his first. Anyway, I wish him all the best. But
the other thing though, he is 46 years old. He is up there. He's not going to have that hard of a schedule. He's going to have a very light schedule. So, and he's not going to be doing the crazy ladder spots and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited to see him compete again. Maybe just for another 2 years. Like I said, he is 46 years old. He's not going to be doing anything too crazy. At least I would think so. So yeah, but Edge, welcome back. I am so glad to see you out there again. I know you're going to be as safe as you can. So
I mean, happy as a fan, just overwhelmed, just done WWE right now. Sorry, like I love it. It's so bad. It's so poorly managed, and it just makes me mad.
That's why I usually watch more AEW.
AEW is overall a better organization right now. As far as I'm not talking about talent at all.
Yeah,
we're just talking about how they're doing things that's more respectful
to how they treat them.
I just like
the Khan family. Here's my glass to you guys.
And Golden Boy, we love you.
And day one, they said, if you get hurt in one of our rings, we will take care of you.
Yep.
It's so weird that people are abandoning WWE.
I know. Who would have?
Anyway, that is our halfway through. You're halfway through the sludge that is our commentary, and we're going to show you a really cool trailer for something we're doing now called Nerds with Coffee. I love this trailer. Haven't been involved in at all so far, but it's great.
And for stopping by, for joining us for a cup of coffee. I'd like to thank you for stopping by and joining us for a cup of coffee. Other than that, thank you for stopping by for a cup of coffee with us, and thank you for joining us for a cup of coffee. Today we see if we are double jointed.
You see if you're I am an expert on Transformers.
Today we find out who knows burgers best.
Valentine's Day, created strictly pretty much for pop culture references. And do we know them all?
Today we're a group of guys that collect toys, but how well do we really know each other?
We'll be determining which one of these people knows me best.
That was deceiving.
They were not lying on the epic crunch part.
Yeah! I just had a gun in my face by my landlord for thinking I was a male prostitute.
Never gonna give you up. Actually feels pretty good. I
did a little man-to-man stretching going on.
I did legs the other day, but I am not done with you. No. I will defeat you.
Fight it.
Jalapeno peppers. You gotta appreciate the quality in that.
No, stop.
This is great outtake material.
We are back.
I'm just dancing.
Hey, they're
dancing. Is it now? Are we online? Are we on the internet? Are we doing it?
Are we on
the internet?
Are we on the Twitters?
So,
hello, internet.
Yeah, that was Nerds with Coffee. The first episode will be dropping February 3rd, Monday.
Hey.
It's going to be fun. We actually got Core in an episode. We have one planned for the two of you,
Yeah,
which
when
I think
he
is
says
going to be perfect.
we don't know anything about it. We found out tonight, I guess.
Well, I mean,
but we're
you know,
gonna do it.
What's your
Yes,
coffee?
they're fun. They're great.
I mean, honestly, I'm excited. I like the show.
I don't
like
want to.
the
I don't want to
format. I
spoil
think it's
any.
cool.
But the first episode, granted, we were working with new tech and the sound issues weren't great, but it was a fun episode. And
Blame Cass.
I will.
It's me.
Back to the show.
Yes. So now we're going to talk about movies. There's
Movies.
a lot of movie stuff. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off. This week, somebody, I don't know. Anyway, asked James Gunn, what's up with the rivalry between DC and Marvel? Is it hard working for both of them with a rivalry? You know, fans pitting studios against each other, blah, blah, blah. And James Gunn went, the what now? He's like, I'm working for both. You know what? The movies compete with other movies. A lot of fans go see any good property that they want to see. We're not that worried about it. Shut up.
Hey.
We're not in a zero-sum market, guys.
Yeah, like you can see more than one movie every single year.
Really? I don't think that's how that works.
I haven't
I call
tested
fake
it yet,
news.
but I'm saving up. 2021 is going to be a big year. There'll be at least 3 at the Dollar
Have I
Theater.
seen? Yes, I have seen a movie this
That's
year.
all it is.
Yeah. I'll get there. It's hard being an artist, guys. Anyway,
Hey,
what else?
artist, you got $1?
No.
Didn't think so.
We can
It's-
split a bean burrito from Taco Bell after the show once a week.
I
People
might have.
keep wanting to make this seriously the theater wars. If the movie's good, we gonna watch it.
Yeah. People are going to compare the properties. Like we've had long heated discussions within the last week about the different ways they do things. But
And
we're
I'm the
not
first
gonna...
one to like complain. I'll complain about DC up and down, but I don't want them to make a bad superhero. I don't want anybody to make a bad superhero movie
Yeah.
because I want to watch superheroes on screen.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's how we got Turbo Boy or whatever.
Turbo Kid.
Yeah.
That was a good
That was
movie.
a good movie. It wasn't by either studio. It was just fun.
If you've not seen Turbo Kid, go check it out.
It took me a bit to warm
Is
up
it
that
still
movie.
on Netflix?
It might be on
was
Netflix.
for forever.
I don't think it is anymore. Because
Oh.
I tried to go
Pirate it.
get my Apple cosplay together. And I couldn't find her.
Yeah, I have lots of Apple cosplays. It's just jeans and one of the
Hey.
t-shirts we
The
used to
t-shirt.
use in the retail stores. Anyway, what else is what's going on with Batman?
Batman. Sorry, I was looking up. You can find Turbo Kid on Amazon Prime.
Oh, dope.
So Batman has finally started filming. Matt Reeves put out a picture on Twitter with the slate. They were filming scene 17 of the movie. They have officially started filming, but we did not see anything other than the back of a leather chair and then the slate itself. So we don't know what scene 17 is. But of course, filming has finally started. The story is still on the reps. We don't know anything other than who Robert Pattinson's Batman's taken on, which will be Colin Farrell as the Penguin, Paul Dano as the Riddler, John Turturro as Carmen Falcone, and Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. And of course, joining on the good side is going to be Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon and Andy Serkis as the lovable Alfred Pennyworth. The movie is set to release June 25th of 2021. It is a standalone movie with no connection to any of the current DC films, much like Todd Phillips' Joker. So, yeah, I'm very excited. They, for whatever reason, I think they were supposed to start filming in December, but now they started filming 3 days ago. So, I'm excited. I don't know anything about the story, which I want to keep it that way as long as I can, because I just want to go into the movie just knowing what characters are in, and then that's it. So I'm very excited for this. Of course, before it's going to be more like noir, it's going to be more detective, it's going to be more all that kind of thing. So I'm super stoked.
It's where Batman's always been at home, is doing super cool detective stuff
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Gotham,
in Gotham,
at home.
Specifically.
occasionally by gaslight.
But yes, that is what's going on with Batman. They finally started filming. So, and I actually don't know where they started filming at. I think they would probably be filming in London, which everything's being filmed at now. So
Just weird. I don't know. I'll see it. I kind of wish they could let Batman breathe for like 10 years.
Yeah.
But they can't. It's their most profitable property. And like,
Yeah.
I get it. I just kind of sucks that you can't like.
Aren't they fighting the Quizzler?
Hey.
From the chat, that's Joseph House.
oh,
You're
Joseph.
a nerd. I'm allowed to say that. We're not in a D&D.
I'm just
What else do we have? There's stuff going on with another kind of almost superhero nerd property.
you call what?
Kind of ish.
No,
I mean, sort
these
of.
are sentient beings.
Are they?
Are
Yes,
they? You don't
yes.
think they're heroes?
Some of them.
You don't think they're super?
No. What they do, every Transformer
They're
can
people
do.
cards.
So they're people cars. I like that. Yeah.
They're people
Oh,
cards.
no.
You're
That's
ruining
super.
I'm leading too much into
Why
my
don't
story
you
now.
tell your story?
Anyway, there is news on the Transformers films. Yes, we are living in the post-Michael Bay era. Wait, I need to put this picture
Thank
up because I
God.
worked so hard on it. There we go. So, with the success of Bumblebee, what I call the Transformers movie that's got some damn heart, Hasbro and Paramount have hired 2 writers, but they are not writing one movie. They have hired Joby Harold and James Vanderbilt to be screenwriters, but they are working on 2 separate Transformers movies. One is going to be a sequel to the Bumblebee movie in that universe, but the other is going to be taking it to
He's even got props.
Oh.
Beast Wars! Da-da-da-da. I can hear the theme
Is
song
that a
playing in my
beast
head.
or a war?
They're
Whoa!
beasts that are
Anyway.
at war, I think.
Yes, they don't. Now it hasn't been said who's writing which movie, but they definitely say this is a property they want to explore. Transformers: Beast Wars was known as the franchise that kind of brought Transformers back from the brink. It is also some of the best storytelling out there, and one of my favorite series. And if they're making a live, here's where I get confused though. Transformers: Beast Wars was totally CGI.
Yes, it was.
So do we just make a really long Transformers Beast Wars episode with better CGI now? Because when the show first came out, admittedly, the CGI was,
Not the greatest.
that's putting it lightly, but it was like 1995, or yeah, it was 1994, 1995.
I will tell you right now, Beast Wars was actually my first
Oh,
hurrah into
it was a lot of
Transformers.
people's first hurrah into Transformers because it was a new era. Transformers pretty much just fallen off. They had stopped doing anything outside of Japan. So, yes, Transformers Beast Wars coming to. I am so excited about this. Give me this movie. And we need to get David Kaye to voice Megatron. He did it in the original show. We need the original Megatron voice actor back. I insist on it. Yes, because David Kaye is awesome.
You go, David Kaye.
The John Oliver announcer?
Huh?
I
What?
think he's doing work as an announcer for
It wouldn't
last
surprise
week
me.
tonight.
David Kaye does a lot of
Yeah.
voice work, and he's done so many characters. I can't.
I think it's with an E, right?
Yeah, David Kaye with an E.
Yeah.
I could pull up his IMDb, but let me tell you, we need to get him back. In fact, all of these actors that were the voice actors on the original series are still alive and thriving. Let's just bring them in. I want to hear those original voices on the big screen. So yes, that is news with Transformers. We already knew we were getting a Bumblebee sequel, but now we're getting 2 different Transformer properties, and I couldn't be happier.
I could.
Be happy.
I just want to know, is
No,
John
right.
Cena going to
Just-
be back in the Bumblebee
Just
sequel?
go watch an episode of Beast Wars. It's great. It is good writing, good voice acting. Characters die in this series.
They do. I used to
Spoilers.
have the polar bear.
I'm not giving spoilers for a show that debuted in 1994.
Anyway,
What else is happening? Cass, you were talking about movies a lot this week.
There's so many movies. Okay, so Lin-Manuel Miranda was in an interview
Who's
today. Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote and starred in Hamilton. He was also in Mary Poppins as the lamplighter Jack. He's a wonderful, wonderful composer, pretty good actor, and an okay singer. He
Moana.
was doing an interview recently and basically said that the people that like to brag that they got to see the original Broadway cast of Hamilton are going to be cheated because everyone's going to see the original Broadway cast. He has talked about the fact that they did film the original cast before they started leaving the Broadway show Hamilton. So he confirmed that we are getting a movie. He still is kind of being silent on when we're going to get that. He said that basically they're waiting for the right time, which is absolutely fair. I'm getting a little impatient, as well as I know several other people are. But even with that, we do know that it's coming, which is really, 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 really nice.
I want to know who's playing King George because original cast is kind of iffy.
I would
with
think
who?
Jonathan
Probably
Groff.
Jonathan Groff, but it could be.
Brian Darcy James,
yeah.
who played him off Broadway
Yeah.
before Jonathan Groff took over when they went to Broadway, because Brian Darcy James had to go do Something Rotten, actually, which is a
Yay.
wonderful,
Which
it's a
we
great
saw
show.
the Broadway,
You know what?
Super.
From the-
traveling Broadway
From
show.
the chat, accurate description of Lin-Manuel's skills, by the way.
Yeah.
He's a cinnamon roll.
What
Who
I'm
said
gonna-
that?
Nina in the chat.
Nina.
I love you, Nina, yes.
Because like we were talking about that in our D&D group the
Yeah.
other night, and it was like he didn't really want to be
wasn't
Hamilton
actually
at
gonna be
first.
Hamilton.
Like it just kind of happened.
I have a sweater.
Can I
It was-
tell y'all something?
so-
I don't know anything about Hamilton.
It's
I
okay.
think you would be, if you want to like wait until the movie comes out, I think you would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like literally, I have never even heard any of the songs.
That's fair.
Oh, we'll
We
see.
we saw it.
We saw it when it came to Dallas. In other movie news, Nightmare Alley started filming today. Guillermo del Toro's next movie with an amazing cast. Hold on. Okay, Bradley Cooper, Kate Blanchett, Toni Collette,
Oh my-
Willem Dafoe, Richard Jenkins, Rooney Mara, David Strathern, and
Holy-
Ron Perlman.
Holy
Wow.
crap!
Okay, so
Started
I just
shooting today.
I mean, boot Ron Perlman out. It's a weird fantasy
Hmm.
TV.
Go on.
Yes.
This is about, quote, an ambitious carny hooks up with a psychiatrist who's more dangerous than he is. Bradley Cooper is playing the carny. Kate Blanchett is playing the psychiatrist. She is not just tall, she is amazing, and I could not be more excited for this movie.
When?
We do
When?
not know when we are getting it. I believe it's slated for next year. I
can't
don't
wait.
have that in front of me.
I can't wait that long.
I wonder if this is a passion project for Bradley Cooper in some ways, because he did his master's thesis on The Elephant Man. Like,
Yeah.
he's
And played him on Broadway.
Yeah.
Yep. Something that you do not have to wait for is Color Out of Space.
gonna.
It is the only movie that's come out in the past like 10 years that has Nicolas Cage that I actually wanted to see.
Holy crap!
It is based on the H.P. Lovecraft short story, Color Out of Space. It was a modern retelling,
Ooh.
produced, oddly enough, by Elijah Wood.
It's not that weird when you think about it.
I've never seen him produce anything, but it is out right now in select theaters. Basically, if you live in Dallas, it's probably at the Angelica.
What is this poster?
It is nightmare fuel and very, very strange, but
I
I'm
need it.
low-key, I really want to see this movie.
The colors in this
Yeah.
poster are so loud, you need earplugs to look at.
That's kind of the idea behind it, is that the color infects these people's lives and drives them insane, which is that beautiful Lovecraft cosmic horror that we love so very, very much.
I
Okay.
wrote a song about colors driving people insane when I was writing songs. It was called Dimensions of Red. It's like if colors could trick you.
This is a
Yeah.
cool poster.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
interesting.
Sure.
I really would
Like,
like to see
I
this
feel
movie,
like-
even if I have to see it by myself.
I feel like
I'll
if
go
I'll
you-
go
with
see
you.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like if this poster got put under blacklight, and pretty much people like LSD is
Oh,
like.
yeah.
Oh.
And that's basically, I mean, then that's a perfect poster, because that's what this movie is about.
That person over here screaming. So is that one.
Oh, well, that's Nicolas Cage.
That,
You
no,
know, spend
that's
the
the
next
middle. I'm
20
talking about
minutes
this one.
describing the poster to you.
There is one more movie that I wanted to talk about. It's an anime movie. It's a little odd. Don't know if we want to include that in
No.
our movie portion. Okay.
I don't care. Talk about it.
Nightmare of the Wolf. The Witcher was okay on Netflix. I mean, I guess a couple of people watched it. No, of
I
course,
watched
it was
it for the
huge.
plot.
Ooh.
It was huge.
Did you guys see that?
Still
movie,
haven't seen
Girls
it.
Watch it for the plot, and it's like
And
the
it's
plot.
just
It's Henry
Henry
Cavill
Cavill.
in a bathtub.
So shortly after that came out, well, just recently, they announced an anime movie called Nightmare of the Wolf, and they confirmed today that it will be about Vesemir,
Ooh.
Geralt's mentor and Mark Hamill doppelganger. That you see in, we haven't seen him in the show yet, but we have seen him in The Witcher games. If you play The Witcher game, he plays a fairly prominent role. And it's exciting. I'm definitely going to watch this movie. I think it's a little odd, the timing, because I would think they would be making it to kind of stand in between the first and second season. But if they're just starting it now, I don't know if.
Well, they're going to do interesting things in the second season. They already have retcons planned.
Yeah,
So-
the only one that they've mentioned is the Nilfgaardian armor, which is a little odd. they're saying they're going to retcon that and make it different.
My understanding is that in the story, it played a bigger part in some of the stuff. Like, it wasn't just armor. Like, it had...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing The Witcher right now. I don't remember anything special about Nilfgaardian armor, except that I hate wearing it because it's ugly.
Yeah.
Read the books.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, we don't read. Anyway. What else is happening in anime?
Well, also in anime, we learned this week that One Piece will be getting a live-action series through Netflix.
What is
Sounds
One Piece?
horrifying.
One Piece is an anime that has been running for a very long time. The manga has been running for much longer, 20 years.
Oh wow.
So there's quite a bit of stuff there for them to work with, and I don't know what arc they're going to pick for this 10-episode series. It's going to be worked on by Shueisha and Tomorrow Studios, the same studio working on the Cowboy Bebop live action. The showrunner, whatever those things are called, is going to be Stephen Medea. And Matt Owens is going to be doing writing and executive producing for the show, as well as Ichiro Oda will also be the producer, who is the creator for One Piece.
Oh wow.
So it has a lot of good potential to be a good show. It's just a weird, because I'm not sure how that's going to look, because the style is so iconic and weird that I'm not exactly sure how that's going to like play out.
Whole thing that he's stretching?
Yes, the whole point is that your main character, Captain Luffy, can stretch for miles if he wanted to, I'm pretty sure. I've never seen any limit to his ability to stretch.
Anyone willing to take on this property?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's bold. Their fandom
That's the
is
exact
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and I say that, no, I don't love very many of them, but like, they're crazy. I'd be scared.
Also, this is a long-running. I
Yeah.
expect to fully be telling my grandkids about how One Piece started and how it's still going.
Yeah.
And at the 10-ish year anniversary, I believe it was, Oda was like, I'm about halfway through my story now. I'm like, what?
What?
Oda's been Oda has a plan for the entire story all the way to the end. And they're like halfway through it at the 10-year anniversary. I'm like, cool. This is fine.
I love the chat tonight. One Piece, otherwise known as the worst combo at KFC.
Yeah, I like that.
I didn't hire this guy.
Is that
like
Joe?
that.
Yeah,
And,
somebody should write our
Raymond,
jokes.
Who?
Raymond from the chat. Anyway,
Moving along.
It will be interesting. Like, I'm interested, and I wonder almost if you make a 10-episode arc, because that way, if it crashes and burns, you can wait a couple years and make a different.
and hey, they got time to work on it considering Cowboy Bebop is stopped right now.
Yeah.
So he gets
How is
healed.
our boy anyway? Nobody's really
Oh,
said how
no.
he's doing.
All right,
I
well,
hope he's
Boy Bebop
just
is having
chilling out.
problems trying to get it.
And recuperating.
Yeah, they said it would be like 6 months.
They had a long
6 to 8
recovery.
months.
Like, that's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
So, what if people want to watch Star Trek instead?
Okay, so I think this is a brilliant move. The first episode of Picard, if you're not sure that you're going to like it, which
You could be stupid.
you can actually watch the first episode on YouTube before committing to a CBS All Access, which I think is a brilliant, brilliant idea. I will say I've watched the first and second episode of Picard, and I found them both absolutely brilliant.
Yes.
I'm so excited for this show, but if you're not sure yet, you can watch it on YouTube, which go do it. It's so good.
After our
Yeah,
show.
don't listen to Bryce. It's actually pretty good.
I can hear him
Say-
yell.
damn.
Dang.
Bryce was
I heard a
in here
distinctly
last
Bryce
week.
voice. You know what?
It launched on Thursday, and he was here last week. Like, have you guys seen it?
It's-
We hadn't
it's
watched
so
it yet.
good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's 3 so good.
The funniest thing that I've seen in the last week was that, like, Star Trek writers made a whole TV series and said, here's our 79-year-old guy. We're not putting anybody sexy with him, and you're going to watch it because you loved his character. Meanwhile, Star Wars is over here having wrecked all their, like, legacy actors. And Star Trek's like, your guy can walk upstairs still. We made a whole thing with nothing. He can't do anything. He struggles up the stairs. I don't know. It made
I
me laugh
get it. I get
really
it.
hard. Like, and they're like, we don't know what to do with ours. Like, Sorry about you.
It's
Anyway,
like we knew
it's
he
a
was cool.
brilliant show.
Patrick Stewart was cool years ago, and he
Oh,
still
yeah.
got it.
He's, there's something, without like spoiling, there's some things that are happening to him that I'm like, don't say that.
Let's just
Patrick
wait, like,
Stewart. I don't want him to
definitely-
feel
Yeah.
Definitely won't do
irrelevant
spoilers
or
just yet.
old.
Yeah, so
They just acknowledge that he's old in the plot in a few ways, and I'm like, don't talk like that to him.
Also, at one point, someone said no to him, and I was very upset.
Yeah, I wasn't about it, but it's a really good show.
Amazing.
I gave only myself esports as a category, so to run you through stuff real quick. Call of Duty League launched with like a buggy update and a garage team thing. I really want to be on board with the esports aspect of Call of Duty. They're doing a thing kind of similar to Overwatch League, following in its what's been labeled questionably successful footsteps. And they're doing a mobile league with home games. Dallas has somebody, I don't even care. And yeah, their first thing didn't go great. In other news, Overwatch League starts back February. I'm very excited. They're coming to Dallas. We're gonna go and dress as one or a number of characters throughout the home
Screamer heads
stand.
off.
Yeah, Screamer heads off. Usually we get quite a lot of perks because we have really cool cosplays. And
Turns out people like when you dressed up as them.
yeah,
Go
apparently.
figure.
Like Overwatch League has signed a contract with YouTube. They were on Twitch. Twitch is going down. So they're on YouTube now. It should be interesting. It means I can finally drop my Twitch Prime. And
They also recently canceled all the China games.
they did.
Yeah.
Coronavirus.
Because, yeah, they're not going to Guangzhou. It's kind of it's a really big bummer for China right now. China has some of the most fervent supporters of Overwatch League. Every time they've done like events about them, like just watch parties and stuff for the China teams, they've gone really, really big. So it's a bummer, but they are prioritizing the health and safety of the players and fans, and that's good. Also, Paris Eternal. Paris Eternal is one of them. They're moving to an all-home game type format. It's the big thing this year, and it's going to be like some struggles with things like the coronavirus and other things. Paris Eternal is going to play their home games in Paris, obviously. They are living in New Jersey. Nobody really knows why. Like, their home base is in New Jersey, but I'm just like, isn't France kind of the New Jersey of the world? Like, in the way that you're like, yeah, it's part of us. It doesn't represent all of us, though.
Paris.
Watch some firefighters and police fight.
So if you
that's
wanted to
entertaining.
hate the froofy country European team, congratulations. They're living in Jersey. It's like, that's interesting. Anyway, that's all the esports news I have. There will be more later, I'm sure. Video games, we all like their stuff. What's going on with Final Fantasy?
Well, Final Fantasy XIV just launched its Valentine's Day. It is pronounced that way, I think. Event. You can play it. It started last night, and it will run through February 17th. However, there is a voting competition going on right now to decide who will be the new emissary of love. That voting will end on February 9th. You have the choice between... It won't be you. You have the choice between Astrid, Rodrigalt, and Bert. Or red, blue, and yellow. Don't worry about picking your favorite based on color because the clothes that you get from the event are dyeable. In addition, there will be a new instance for the Valentine event like they do for every event. In this one, you and your partner, because you can only do it with one other person, must work together to go through a maze. So you basically are tethered together and have to work through the maze. And then you also have basically pick the matching cards kind of game at the end of that. You do all of this to get little chocolates that you can trade in for photo effects or different little things for your home, or you can also get an extra outfit from the event as well. Yeah, it's really fun.
Cool.
It's gorgeous and pretty. And
Yes, it's so much fun. At the end of the voting, the decorations will change to whatever color the winner is. So that will be interesting to see.
Kind of like Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Whenever they win, they change the colors.
Vote for Astrid because she's the most valid.
Vote Astrid.
You and I game very differently. So, Coffee Talk, what is that?
Coffee Talk is a new visual novel game that came out this month on Steam. It is also available on PS4 and Switch. Essentially, you make drinks for monsters and listen to their problems. And your choices, like your vocal choices for what their problems are, don't affect the story nearly as much as the drinks you make for them. The drinks are what will cause the characters to make different, or not different choices, but let's say you make a drink that a werewolf drinks to keep him calm during a full moon. Well, if you make that drink wrong, he could change over the night, and then the next day you'll read the newspaper and see that one of them went feral, and you'll know which one it is. So there's like that level of stress, but it's really also very calming and fun.
I think that's amazing, just from a canon perspective. I'm going to close it out with an app that you should all download on your PCs. It is called the Untitled Goose Game app. And what it is a thing very much in the strain of like Clippy, the unhelpful paperclip from the 90s. What you do is you download it, and then this goose starts wreaking havoc on your desktop.
Oh my God.
Do we have... Yeah. Somebody left their computer alone for 20 minutes. They came back and it's just covered in goose memes.
Honk.
You can tweak the aggressiveness of the goose to make him play like MP3s you don't want to hear.
I love it.
Desktop. It is made to be stupid, fun, pointless, and I think it is free.
Perfect.
So that is what we have on what has been going on this week. It's been crazy fun, and we are nerds that like to talk about nerd stuff.
Yay, nerd stuff.
If you want to follow us, you can find us on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, whatever, Twitter, all the things at SCNS Live.
Instagram.
Yes, watch out for that Nerds with Coffee stuff. And Ricardo's starting...
starting in February, I'll be bringing back Super Cool Nerd Nation. And then we'll bring back Super Cool Boozy Nerd. So keep an eye out for that. It will be coming in February. When in February, I do not know yet. I'm trying to set up interviews, trying to get my schedule back in order. So
yeah, but coming soon. We got a lot of stuff planned for this year. If you want to follow us individually,
you can follow me on Instagram at Corodono, which should be spelled down there somewhere, something like that. I post fan art and things like that. Or you can follow me at Hawks Perch on Twitter for Suikoden and other RPG news. Or you can follow me at chaotic_noodle for Final Fantasy screenshots and Final Fantasy 14 specific content.
You can find me at Twitter at BetterCat. You can find me on Instagram at BetterCat, and starting like this next month-ish, you can find both of us right now at Doa Drawings, where we draw terrible cartoons about things that esports casters say. It's kind of in flux, but they are stupid, they are bad, and they are funny.
Yes, they are.
You can find me on Instagram at the Goodcast or the Badcast, depending on what quality of pictures you enjoy. You can also find me on Twitter at the Goodcast.
You can find me on Instagram at NerdyRick89, where I am doing the 366-day challenge. I decided to go ahead and do it again. Since this is a leap year, there are 366 days, not 365. So I don't know. I just decided to go ahead and do it again because there's an extra day in the year. So hooray. I've done 30 days so far, since there's only been 30 days in the year. So you can follow me on there and see what I post as my life gets back together.
Jason.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at JasonTheX. Also, if you check out our channel, I did just get back to doing some tour reviews, reviewed the whole new Marvel Legends Demo Goblin wave, and my next review, is going to be the Bob Ross figure from NECA, because I love it.
Yes.
It's amazing. Surprisingly detailed. We learned some things about Bob
I know,
Ross.
right? And also, we are filming a new episode of Alternate Heads this weekend. It'll be coming out during the week. And, of course, look for Nerds with Coffee, Monday morning, new on the YouTube channel, our newest show. It's going to be great.
Yep, and as we say some of the time,
Occasionally.
keep on nerding!
Nerding.
Cody.
Oh. I wonder if this will actually turn my tongue green like the thing says.
Weird.
We're out.